Hi, I'm Meg Marxio. Some of you may know me, a lot of you probably don't. I primarily play games that just reach my interests, and one of my biggest interests has always been Skylanders. I think the designs are, while not the best, some of them do have fun gameplay. And I think one of the biggest things that gameplay can really be tested is with a nuzlocke. For those who don't know what a nuzlocke is, it's a term primarily used in Pokemon where basically when your Pokemon loses all their health, they're basically considered dead. You put them in a box, you release them, whatever you do, you can't use them for the rest of the game for the rest of the time you're playing that. And that's kind of what a nuzlocke in Skylanders is. What I'm going to be doing is, with this video, I'm going to be basically rolling to see what figures I get, and I'm starting from the very beginning, and I'm going to be playing through every single game. So whatever progress I've made on characters will carry over to the next game. And one of the main things that really makes Skylanders tick is what upgrades they get and what characters they get. One of the main things is Skylanders has always been a series that's thrived on having limited, or not limited, but the amount of figures you have is considered the amount of lives you have. So because of that, some characters do end up being better than others. So in this instance, take a character like, let's see what we got here. Take a character like Trigger Happy. Trigger Happy is he's one of the first characters people get, and he is easily one of the best characters. Now compare him to a character like Terrafin. Pretty consistently not the best character, primarily because he lacks a lot of range and doesn't have very fast attacks. So what I'm trying to do with this is basically try and test the strengths of these characters and see how far they can get while working in tandem with each other. So, I guess, without further ado, let's roll for our first three. Additionally, I do want to preface this before we roll. In Spyro's Adventure specifically, this is the first game we're playing. Whenever we reach a chaos fight in that game, we're allowed to roll for another character. So, I guess without further ado, let's get our first three, since the starter pack has 3 characters, so might as well, you know? Alright, looks like our first character is going to be Boomer. Alright. Pretty good character, honestly. I've actually done a few solo runs with him for Spyro's Adventure specifically, so that's one I'm actually I'm pretty glad I got Boomer there. That's honestly huge. Alright, time for our next character. It is Chop Chop. Okay, one thing I want to preface. If a character has a Series 2, Series 3, or what have you, like, if it has a, series variant, I'm allowed to use that variant for the coming games. It just makes upgrading them a little easier, and it makes it to where whatever progress we do make on one figure will still be able to be carried over to the next, and on top of that, it'll allow us to expand their moveset a lot more. It'll make the early game a bit easier, but in exchange, I think that's worth it. Alright, so we got Chop Chop, so let's do our next character. And we have Gil Grunt. Okay, you know what? Honestly, a really good starting roster. A good mid-range character with Boomer, a good long-range character with Gil Grunt, and a good melee character with Chop Chop. Could, honestly, totally fine with this start. Really, really good start for us here. So that's, yeah. Alright. When I upload this, I just want to preface this. I'm going to be streaming these whenever, I'm going to be streaming these whenever I'm doing these. So that way, if you want to pop in, you can. On top of that, I'm going to start streaming this pretty much after I upload this. So, we'll do that.